Good evening, folks. How's it going out there? This is Sarah from Thing of Strength Coaching, and I'm coming to you tonight with the last word, the final word on motivation, at least for now. Motivation is certainly a hot topic that I'm sure I will come back and talk about again. But for now, this is going to be the final word on motivation. And this one is kind of like finders keepers, right? How do we find it? How do we keep it? We've talked a lot about that this week. If you've missed it, go check out my blog at thingofstrengthcoaching.com for parts 1 and 2 of this motivation series. Tonight, I really just want to give you five more hot tips for how to keep the motivation going. It can be as simple as writing out a big long list of all the reasons why you want to do something. But when we write out that list, if it's full of things that have to do with pleasing others or guilt or shame, or a sense that you should, right? That you should do something, if you should take on a challenge, or you should work out, or you should quit this or start that, then you might, again, what we've talked about before is that it might, those things can work, but they're probably not going to work for the long term for you. And so the 5 tips I want to give you tonight are more along the lines of the things that we talked about yesterday, which, yesterday we talked about digging down deep and finding that really solid why inside yourself. And I went through an exercise with you about that. It'll take a 10-minute exercise that helps you tap into that deep down why, so that you can use it to really power through to accomplish things that take a long time, that are hard. So 5 more tips. That's the goal for tonight. Here's the first one. Make it fun. Make it fun. Give me a thumbs up if fun matters to you when you take on a new challenge. Maybe it's getting in shape, maybe it's quitting something or starting a new habit or whatever it is. But if it's not fun, sometimes it can be really hard to stay motivated to do it. And in fact, I'm a nerd, and that's something I'm quite proud of. And I'll just tell you, the science is out there on the fun thing. A Cornell University study found that participants, when they believed that exercise was fun, they also improved their eating habits. Like, what? What is that about? But basically, it goes like this. Like, if you think exercise is fun, well, let's say this. If you think that exercise is a drag, then you might want to reward yourself for having done this horrible, hard thing afterwards with like cake or I don't know what, right? Just even an extra serving of something at dinner. But if you think that exercise is fun and you do it and it's fun for you, then you might not need that external reward afterwards. And so the people who thought exercise was fun in this Cornell study, they made healthier eating choices. And so overall, they had better results faster. So figuring out ways to turn things that feel like work into fun is definitely a way to stay motivated and be more successful. Try something new. We get into this mindset sometimes that if something's not working, we just have to power through, right? Like, it's not working, but I said I was going to do it, so I'm just going to finish it because I'm not a quitter. But look, if your goal, we talk a lot about fitness around here. If your goal is weight loss and the program that you're doing is not working for you, you should do something different. Make it about the goal. The goal is what matters. Your results are what matters, not as much, right, how you get there. I mean, we all need to get there in like a good, healthy way, but change it up. Like, definitely don't think that trying a new approach is the same as quitting, because it's not. It's just trying something new. And when you're focused on your goal, then certainly, like, the sky's the limit in terms of the things that you can try and the things that will keep you motivated to keep trying. Celebrate everything. everything is worth celebrating when you are working on a big, long project. If you are working your way through a degree program or through college, you should be celebrating it. You're celebrating every test that you do well on. You're celebrating the end of every semester. You're celebrating all of those small milestones that get you from point A to point B. And you should, because it makes a huge difference. I mean, here we are, right? Like, you know, we celebrate our kids' graduation from kindergarten, for Pete's sake. Like, you should celebrate the small things in an appropriate way, right? Like, if you're working on a fitness goal, maybe don't celebrate it by binging and eating an entire piece of cake, like an entire cake. That's not a celebration, right? But do find ways to celebrate your success. And find ways to make those milestones mean something to you, because that can really and does really help you stay motivated when you're taking on a big challenge that takes a long time. Reward yourself. Now you're going to be like, hey, the other day you said don't use rewards. Well, look, I think I'm trying to stay balanced on the rewards thing. Rewards can work and do work to accomplish short-term goals. And if you need a reward to get yourself through a particular hurdle or a particular mindset, or not mindset, but a particular like pitfall, right? Or something short-term, and I struggle with the rewards thing. I have to be honest with you. Like, if they're really not my favorite. They're really not my favorite, for anything. Honestly, I think rewarding behavior gets a little sketchy, but again, use with caution, use with knowledge, right? Go back and look at the other installment in this series about rewards and how they can help, but they sometimes get you into a trap, and figure out how to use them to work for you and not against you. And then number 5, if you've been counting, we're up to number 5, is remember your why. So yesterday we walked through the You at Your Best exercise, this 10-minute little thing that you can do to really tap into your foundational core reasons for why you're taking on a particular challenge in your life. And when you tap into that big, deep, strong why, that's the thing that it's going to totally take you there. And you should revisit that why periodically. And if that means writing it down in a letter to yourself, like why you're doing this thing, and then rereading it, or if that means posting it on your mirror so that you see it in the morning, that's a great way to stay motivated. It's probably, of all of them, it might be the best one, honestly. So, in conclusion for this series, at least for now, the final word on motivation: do remember, you are an unstoppable badass, the expert at your life. You can do anything you set your mind to. I encourage you all to go out and tackle those big goals that you keep putting off, because you can do it. You can do hard things. I believe in you. Now you go out and believe in you. Stay motivated. Stay strong. I'll talk to you later. Peace out, Facebook.